Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
How you doing? Welcome back. Can I get you anything? Sure thing. Have a look.
Evening.
Hey. Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports about the savior of the NCR for a while now, and wanted to meet you myself. You've proven yourself especially capable, and right now I can use all the capable people I can get. Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something really important done, they come to me. Usually I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but I'm a little short-handed at the moment. Think you're up for a real mission? Since the majority of my men are on assignment dealing with the Legion, I need someone to handle other matters that have arisen. Make no mistake, there's a battle coming, and I intend to make sure there are no loose ends when the time comes. One such loose end is a gang known as the Great Khans. Have you heard of them? Good. That anger is something I can use, and I think you may get a chance to settle your score sooner than you might have planned. The NCR has a rather sordid history with them, and I'm concerned that we'll find them aiding our enemies when the Legion attack comes. That is, unless we get to them first. I want you to visit them in their canyons to the far west and make sure they're in no shape to join the Legion. They're just another gang of raiders as far as I'm concerned, so deal with them appropriately. Any questions? Then you'll need to make sure none of them are left to do so. Any other questions? I can't lend you any troops, but I've already sent word to Quartermaster Barden that you're to be given full access to our hardware. You'll have to pay for what you take, however. We can't afford to give away equipment. Did you have any other questions? Don't fool yourself. I've dealt with enough of these gangs to know that they can't be trusted. Was there anything else? Good. I look forward to hearing of your progress. Dismissed.
I've heard that elite units are on the way to support our armies here.
Hey, hey.
Things are getting stranger every day.
Things are getting stranger every day. Smart move for the Kings to back down. They didn't know who they were messing with.
I've heard the Legion's planning to unleash their best men against us.
Hello.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
I've heard the Legion's planning to unleash their best men against us.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Well, look who it is. What can I do for you? I guess I can spare a minute or two for you. Things are a little slow at the moment anyway. Me? I've been in the military my entire life. It's a family sort of thing. My father served, my brothers serve, and I serve. I've had the honor of serving all over the NCR, and now I get to be out on the front lines as the NCR comes out east to help these folks here. Once we get rid of the Legion, this will be a better place for everyone. I'm proud to be part of that. I guess I can trust you. What would you like to know? The NCR is out here to make the world a better place. For those out here and for all those back home. I'm glad I can be a part of that. They're a bunch of evil savages, if you ask me. We're out here trying to save these good people from being enslaved by those bastards. I hope we kill them all. Well, the dam here is the key to helping the NCR make the world a better place. With the power from the dam, we can help the people here and back home have a better quality of life. We can't trust the Legion or Mr. House to do the same. The NCR is the only one looking out for the people, and we need the dam to do that. And I pity the people that try to take it from us. Make it quick. Sure. Sure thing. Thanks. Bye.
Things are getting stranger every day.
Smart.
Trouble. Hey!
That's close enough. What do you want with the Great Khans? Awaiting a delivery, but it's a no-show. I'm guessing that the death claws in the quarry have something to do with that. Supplies to make chems. The NCR's the best source since they're hard to come by anywhere else. We don't really use the chems ourselves, just sell them to anybody with the caps. If it ends up hurting the NCR in the process, that's a bonus. The Khans and the NCR don't get along. They prefer to shoot us on sight, even if we're not looking for a fight. I doubt the NCR thinks so. Is that right? What's your angle? All right, fair enough. You help us out, and I'll owe you one. I was expecting a shipment of chemicals. It's usually in a suitcase dropped off in one of the big machines up here. Because of the death clause, I have to assume the suitcase is still in Sloan. Snoop around the place and get it for me. Don't kill anybody if you don't have to. I'm a scout, and I like to keep a low profile. Like what? We're an independent group. We take care of our own and don't take crap from anybody. Especially the NCR. Bitter Springs happened. Women and children died when the NCR attacked the Great Khans there. And the NCR just pretends it never happened. Our main camp is up in Red Rock Canyon, but we don't allow just anyone to come in. The NCR can't touch us there. Too many places for us to ambush them. We see their scouts poking around once in a while, but they keep their distance. It wasn't easy. There's a lot of initiation rituals to go through, and I've got the scars to prove it. But in the end, I was tough enough to be made a member. Proudest day of my life. Like what? Don't leave a trail.
You need something? Ah, yes. I think I know which friend you mean. Even if there weren't death claws in the quarry, there'd still be no delivery. The supplier, a guy in Prim named Tyrone, is a cheating son of a bitch who won't deliver even though he's already been paid in advance. And he's always been shady, but this is the first time he's outright screwed me. She's my daughter. Takes a little too much after her mother, rest her soul. But she's happy with the Great Khans, and that's enough for me. I'm just a middleman. The Great Khans are a hard group, and some of them are no good. But they're not all the same. I believe in the NCR, but that doesn't make it right for them to roll over anyone who doesn't want any part of them. Good luck. You need something? They moved into the quarry. We shot. I don't know what it is about you, but I think you could actually pull it off. Deathclaws are tough bastards, but you might be even tougher. Nobody here is any use to you in a fight against Deathclaws, but take these medical supplies. You'll probably need them. To do the job right, you've got to get rid of the pack leaders, the Mother Deathclaw and the Deathclaw Alpha Male. Should run the rest of them off. Okay. Yep.
Welcome back. Good to see you again. Bye.
Hey there, youngster. Things are pretty good. Another satisfied customer. Hey there, youngster. Thanks.
I hear the NCR and the Kings have been getting along.
Hey, what can Tyrone do for you? It's better than farming or herding Brahmin. As long as they don't send me to the front lines, I'm a happy man. Just making some deliveries to the troops here in Prim. I'm stationed in California, but I come across the border a couple times a month. You trying to get me busted? Keep your damn voice down. Lieutenant Hayes already has his eye on me. Look, I already told Chomps the NCR is getting suspicious of all these misplaced supplies. Bigger risk means bigger cost. 300 caps bigger. I've reconsidered my position, and I think it would be in my best interest if I were to sacrifice my profit on this particular deal.
What do you want now? You actually came through for us. I didn't expect that. Anyway, the Great Khans pay their debts and don't forget their friends. If you ever come out to Red Rock Canyon, I'll put in a good word for you. Don't leave a trail.
Hey. How's my most favoritist friend? Do. We don't, like, do anything. We make the magic happen. We make the happy stuff. What do you need? Jet, Psycho, a little Med-X to ease the pain? Nah, kitten. More like drug suppliers. Yeah. Other folks sell them. Diane's mostly in charge of that. Guess I just had a natural talent for it. When I was a kid, these cats called the Followers of the Apocalypse came to our camp. They knew all kinds of kooky, scientistical stuff, so I ate up all the chemistry they could teach. Diane had to head for business, so we teamed up. Whatever. They're family, you dig? They've always looked out for us, made sure we had something to eat and a place to crash. Papa may look like a big angry bear, but he's a softy at heart. Regis is cool, scary, but cool. The rest are all pretty groovy, even little Jerry. The other dudes call him Jerry the Punk. That's kinda harsh, though. I think he's just a sensitive soul that needs some love. He's usually down around the proving ground if you want to say yo. What do you mean, helpful? My stuff already makes people feel Groot-alicious. Oh, you're right. I should start a side project making meds to keep my aura clean. Oh, you're buying. Already on it. I whipped up a few stim packs already, but if you've got any more recipes, I'll take them. Diane handles most of the transactional elements of this little enterprise, but I'm always in the market for new recipes if you've got the spark. Right on. What have you got? Right on. Let's have it. Groot-alicious. That ought to rake in the caps. What do I owe you? Right on, right on. You're a pretty hip kitten. Right on. What have you got? Right on. Let's have it.
Morning.
Groot-alicious. Right on, right on. Right on. Right on. Let Groot-alicious. That ought to rake in the caps. What do I owe you? Right on, right. Right on. What have you... Right on. Groot-alicious. Right on, right. Cool.
You're not one of my regulars. What do you want? We keep the Great Khans from falling apart, essentially. Jack manufactures the chems. I organize the runners and the shipments. We're supplying things people want in exchange for things our tribe needs. Don't judge us. We make regular shipments to a lot of settlements around the Mojave. A lot of our business comes from the fiends lately. Personally, I think they're kind of creepy, but Papa likes the fact they get all hopped up on Psycho and harass the NCR patrols. Like what? I'll spare you the history lesson. Talk to Papa Khan if you want to hear that story. Things have been rough for a while now. Even with Jack working all the time and my runners making deliveries daily, we're barely getting by. Maybe this alliance with Caesar will help, but I don't know. Red Rock Canyon isn't exactly the most hospitable place. There's no food, barely any water, and nothing anybody wants. We used to send patrols out to acquire supplies, but ever since Bitter Springs, there just aren't enough of us left. Sure. Yeah, you made a pretty good argument. We'll keep it small for now, but if it turns a profit, we might expand. Jack handles the small-time purchases. You should talk to him unless you're looking for a major shipment. Anything else? You look like you could handle yourself in a fix. All right, I'll tell you what. Anders, one of my best runners, is overdue to report back. If you can find out what happened to him, I'll give you some real work. About 3 weeks ago, I sent Anders southeast to find a route into Arizona, to open new markets for our product. He should have been back 2 days ago, but there's been no sign of him. Thanks. Prove you're reliable on this, and I'll have more for you later.
Morning. Please, help me. Legion caught me. Said this was the penalty for drug runners. Please, let me down. Please, for the love of God, let me down. Thank God. Let me down, please. Thanks for getting me down from that cross. I owe you one. So long.
Seems like
Anders told me what happened. We owe you one for rescuing him. Tell you what. I can give you caps as a thank you or a special recipe Jack cooked up. Here you go. Enjoy it. With Anders out of commission for so long, we're short-handed on runners, and some backlogs have piled up. We've got an associate in the Crimson Caravan Trading Company who distributes for us in out of Vegas. He's been after us for a new shipment. Great. Here's the package. Your contact is Don Hostetler at the Crimson Caravan. Come back and see me when you're done.
Buddy with the stake in the Mojave is gearing up for something big. Yeah?
Welcome, sir or ma'am. I am...
Lafferty's been riding asses again. Hello there. Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company. How can I help you today? The name's Hostetler, Don Hostetler. Can I help you with something? Huh? Oh, right, yeah. I'll take that. You should go now, before you draw any attention.
Welcome back. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, seems like you've been making a lot of friends around here. Great. Here's your payment. Yeah, you did good finding him. Okay, if you want a little work, I think I can find you something. You up for something challenging? I've got a ship of Jet and Psycho that needs to be delivered to Motor Runner at Vault 3. Don't get cocky. The fiends are twitchy. Most of them won't bother a con, but the ones outside the vault, well, they're outside for a reason. Here's the package. Good luck. Your payment will be waiting when you get back. Catch you later.
Like the sight. Murderer!
need to get some more chems.
I wasn't expecting a resupply so soon. So you have anything from Red Rock Canyon to sell me? About goddamn time. Tell the cons they can't keep a steady supply. We'll find someone who can.
Hey. Did you make that delivery yet? And you didn't even get skinned alive. I'm impressed. Here's your payment. Not right at the moment, but you could talk to Jack. He's always looking for new recipes. Bye.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub? You want to hear the story of the great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory. In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here. They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them. When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down. Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here. Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations. You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people. Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you? Doesn't he? Caesar's representative tells a different tale. The glory of the great Khans will be restored. And once the NCR is pushed back to California, all the land from here to the Colorado will be ours. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes. Farewell.
The runners are saying that the NCR is sending in their legion.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment. Name's Regis. I'm Papa's second in command. You might say I share your concern about Caesar. You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration. Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to 4 voices in particular: me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him. I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you. You'd have to talk to them, but those two have been thick as thieves since they were kids. Convince one, and the other will come around. Ah, Melissa. She's a bit of a dreamer. Last time she was in camp, Carl filled her head with stories of serving the Legion as a speculatore. Personally, I've never seen a woman in Legionnaire's armor, so I have my doubts. Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Carl, has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture. Carl talks prettily about the honor and nobility of the great Khans, but I suspect his actual opinion is less flattering. Maybe you could find something he wrote that expresses that opinion, or trick him into losing his cool in the longhouse right in front of Papa. I would too, if I were you.
Nice.
How's it going? You can ask, but why would I do that? Carl told me all about the life in the Legion. He says I've got all the makings of a speculatory. What? No, What do you mean aren't allowed to serve? Why would he lie about that? That lying little weasel. I almost fell for it too. All right, you've got a deal. You can tell Papa I won't support an alliance. Bye.
Robot.
Share a whiskey with me sometime?
Soon Caesar will send in his best troops from the Arizona camp. Hey, what's up? Anders got back a little while before you did. He told me what happened. If that's how the Legion treats my people, I don't want any part of them. Don't worry, Jack and I have talked it over. We'll talk up the idea of breaking the alliance. Bye.
Hello? should have been with us in our glory days. You'd have loved it.
Nice.
By order of Caesar, all visitors... Your below... Ah, wait. So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word. I haven't had the pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius, his second-in-command, however. It was unpleasant. He's the best the Legion has to offer, or so the legionaries say. Brute of a man, wears a fancy metal mask in a battle. He killed one of my pack Brahmins simply because it was in his way. I knew better than to complain about it, though. Shoot. No, ma'am. I'm an independent trader from Arizona. Not at all. They're my best customers. As long as you don't try to sell them chems or alcohol, they treat you fair. Hell, I don't even need to travel with guards most of the time in Legion territory. All the bandits are dead or run off. Between having to hire protection and getting slapped with taxes, it's more profitable to stick to Arizona and New Mexico. But I do cross the river from time to time when an opportunity comes along. All right. Have a look. Be seeing you around. I'm looking forward to getting sent across the river.
Camps are getting crowded.
Should have brought something to...
Slaves aren't much of a challenge.
thaw, just when the...
You honor the great Khans with your presence. What can I do to help you? Let me see. My God, this is even worse than I thought. Okay, you have my support. I'll tell Papa the Alliance is a bad idea. Until next time.
All 4 of my most trusted advisors have told me we should break our alliance. Maybe I should hear you out after all.
Let me see that. Filthy savages. Probably have to decimate the lot of them? Are these the words of our friend, Caesar? Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp. If he's too slow to flee, kill him.
Hey!
It's always a pleasure to see you around the camp. I've heard some things from my most trusted Khans that makes me wonder whether this alliance is a good idea after all. But I want to leave a legacy of greatness when I die. My tribe deserves better than this, cowering in a canyon and living on scraps. Tell me then, if I don't join with Caesar's legion, where will I find my tribe's lost glory? Well spoken, traveler. Well spoken indeed. Perhaps it's time to find our own destiny, unburdened by the past. We'll begin readying the camp to move. As soon as Caesar makes his move, we'll depart. We will make ourselves strong again, and we shall conquer. If you should ever tire wandering alone, seek us out. You might just have the makings of a great Khan yourself.
You're becoming quite the political agitator. I can't say I'm displeased. Until next time.